Now then, we are live. We're doing this lady's face. Oops. Yeah. Here we are doing textures. You see the dress? With all the texture down there. We're going to be doing that today. Yeah. All of her hairline, eyebrows, to her eyes down here. And, sorry about that, eyes, where is my black pencil? Like that. Slow and steady wins the race. No. We need to fix this right here. We need to fix this. Like that. After we fix this face, we're going to fix her shoulders in a minute. But after we fix this face, then we're going to fix this dress and put the rest of this fabric, this texture, down here. And this here. Just like that. Just like that. Hmm? Maybe a little bit more up here. Take your time. Yeah. Just like that. Hi. Soda. Okay, now we're going to start on this texture down here. Again, I'm using my Black Noir. Down here. The hardest part, actually, is not the pencil drawing. The hardest part is filling stuff in, you know? The drawing is really not that hard to learn. It's the filling stuff in and painting, if you will, because you do kind of, even if you use pencils, you're still painting, shaping, blending. You know, one of these days I'm going to get around. Look at that. I'm going to get around to doing my nails. Yes. But I still say slow and steady wins the race. And I know it's Saturday. I know it. And I realize there may not be anybody else on here, but that's okay. Because I got all day. Really. And loop-de-loop. Somebody asked me, why don't you just do a, fast thing where it speeds up? Well, I could do that. But saying I wouldn't get to talk to anybody, and where's the fun in that? You know? And I like it when people come on here and join me. I'm not always reading, but I do check it out when I'm done, just to see, you know. I see on here that there's a message that apparently held for review. I wonder what that's about. Probably there are some people that aren't very nice. And they just leave bad messages just because. you know, they don't want to subscribe or anything, or even try to be nice. They're like hit and run messages, you know, not very nice. I've never done that to anybody. But there are all kinds of people on here because it's the world. You know how that is, you know. Now, to make these things look textured in a drawing like this, I usually use my white over here. Oh, hang on. Right where I wanted to go. Some of this is fold, but what I do, go in between with the white. You can't go through all of them though. Just every now and then. I suggest doing the ones that are larger, you know. Larger ones, just go in there. And do the larger ones. Some of these folds, you go in there and just kind of go over them a little. Make it look like a fold over. A little shadow. See that where it's over her leg like that? You just kind of darken it a little bit. Make it look like a fold. You see? That's how you do that. And then you just keep and over that. Tell me where you guys are from. Put down where you're from, where you are. It's always nice to know. Pretty cool to know that who my guests are, you know? It's always nice to know who's out there. Most of the time, most people are relatively nice. But you know, you're always going to have those ones that aren't, that you have to put up with anyway. You know? So, that's what I mean about texture. And it's okay if you get a few extra lines in there, because we're going to go through that later. And you see, that's what I mean about taking your time. Most of the time when you're sketching like this, it's looked at like at a distance. You see? And you have to resharpen your pencils. You get that look. And they don't all have to be the same size. You know? When you're working on something like this, you work on it a bit and then you look back at it to get your perspective again. You know? While you're at it, give a thumbs up when you can. Because I know it's Saturday. I can get every little bit of thumbs up I can get. Every little bit helps for the channel. And when you get tired of working on something, you can grab another pencil and work on something else. Her little arm over here can use some more glow, you know? That's right. Just like that. Now the white parts of this, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the white part, that's the glow, the sheen, the skin tone. Especially around the underarm and around the bodice of the dress, the darker parts, you know? And the shoulders. Yeah. Oh, hello, y'all. Andres. Hi. I was just talking about texture. When you're working on texture like this, that's a fold. Especially the ones that are shaded. I'm going to have to sharpen this pencil pretty soon. Yep, this is my texture that I am working on. Especially down there by their feet. Yeah, that's nice. Mm. How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's okay. I know it perks me up to get on here, and when somebody comes on and says hi and visits a bit, really helps me out a lot. I appreciate y'all doing that. I've got a lot of subscriptions on here that I go visit from time to time. But when you have a channel yourself, you kind of have to get on here and work. Yeah, just like I'm doing right now. And I'm glad to have you. I appreciate all of my subscribers. And I appreciate all of visitors that would come on here and click on this channel. I'm so glad you decided to visit me. Even if you're not subscribed, I'm still glad that you decided to visit me, because it really perks me up. Let me know where you're coming from, or where you are. It's always fun to know where people are coming from. I do appreciate so much everybody being on here. Or if you just, for whatever reason, if you just entertained by what I do, or whatever reason are curious, that's fine. I can use the company. I do appreciate you. All y'all are my peeps. Oh my goodness, look at that. See? Slow and steady wins the race. It does go a lot faster when you got somebody to talk to. And then people don't think I'm crazy because I'm sitting here talking by myself. I'm actually talking to somebody. And that is fun. Hi. Wartoyo? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm so sorry. I butcher everybody's names. But thank you. Hi to you too. Thank you so much. One thing about sketches, don't have to be perfect. Now, we can add our, let's see, make it look a little bit textured, you know, kind of like sometimes texture like this, when you do it, sometimes it helps to make it raised, you know, like make it look a little bit more real. Kind of raise it a bit. The edges of the fabric, you know, like that. Just a little. Kind of like that. Sometimes it does help it a little bit. Make it look a little bit more like texture. And our white in between, especially the big areas. A little. Oh, up here is a good place to make it look texture. Just kind of pump it up a little. Kind of like that. And around the sides. Kind of. Like that. Something like that anyway. We need to do her feet down here. Give her feet some skin tone. A little bit of a glow. Yeah. I think so. After all, she is just a sketch. Sometimes it's kind of hard to not get carried away, though. And now then, make some fold magic. Kind of like right here. That. A little bit darker through here. Like that. There. There we go. You see? Could use a little bit more here. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Well, I will come back with a little bit more improvement of this in a bit. Oh, I did not do her earrings. That. Oh. And we can do her sparkle, which is just a wisp and a wisp, just like that. And there's a sparkle. There. Now, I will be back later on here with some more. It may not be this one, it might be a face. But at any rate, I will be back. Okay? Thank you for watching.